What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. Let me double check audio levels and things here. Let me make sure because I'm not seeing. There it is. Okay. Hi. All right. So we're good. We're live, and I've got all kinds of good stuff to cover today, man. I mean, it's been an interesting weekend, to say the least. There's definitely some news to cover. There's a little bit of everything going on, and I'm pretty pumped. I've been sharing a lot of stuff that I've been doing through the weekend in terms of my trading. I had a really good morning today. I've been sharing all this on cryptocrow.io, and people are doing pretty well, it seems, and I'm getting a lot of requests for a lot of things now, and that's definitely growing. And I really, again, I have to thank Annie with Trade Travel Chill, man. I've been very active in her community lately, and just a really good group of traders in there. And Annie was in there this morning, and it's almost like a celebrity walking in, to the room. And it's just like, she's just so sharp. She's so good. And I guess we could dive into some charts first before we dive into news. How's that? And we'll just kind of start covering a lot of this stuff real quick. So this is Cardano on a 15-minute candle, 15-minute chart. And we got a trigger using Flux Charts. We got a buy trigger here. And you're going to look at this and you're going to think, okay, an indicator suite. Wonderful. They are an official sponsor for me. There is a link in the description below. But I have been using this, and I'm going to show you some stuff that I was using it for this morning. And I made like $300 in a trade. Now, this was it was basically used in confluence with some other things as well. But I've been showing on Crow's Nest, my cryptocrow.io website, how this indicator, just this alone, hits. I mean, it hits, and it hits hard. And I'm like kind of blown away. I'm kind of blown away by how effective this has been for me. But we got this buy trigger here for Cardano, and as soon as this buy triggers hit, it gives you 3 take profit points. I have shown several references as to how when these call, and it calls shorts and longs, it almost always, so far it has always hit all 3 take profit points before a reversal. You can see we hit the first one here. We started working towards the second and didn't make it, and we started getting a reversal. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to hit. But I mean, the third take profit point is at 60 cents. And so I'm waiting to see that. Now, I'm going to be going into longer time frame scenarios with Bitcoin that I think obviously is going to affect Cardano. But I will also say that Charles is going to be on the Sean Ryan show, which is like 4.5 million subscribers. I'm very curious, and I highly doubt this is going to be the case, but I'd be very curious to see if the midnight airdrop drops at the very least the same week, if not within a day or two of this interview airing. And I don't know, I'm purely speculating on this, but I definitely think it might be possible. I don't know why I'm not subscribed on this channel. I have 3 different YouTube accounts. I don't know why, but and so this is just a teaser, and it was very, very interesting. I mean, they talk about everything from luminescent plants to I think they talk about crypto. I don't know. I haven't seen this, but I mean, this is it's going to be a really long interview. And I know this was recorded a while ago, and just this alone, just this little thing that was posted yesterday has 83,000 views. So this is going to be very interesting, but I would like to see, I'd like to see the midnight airdrop coming. A lot of speculation about the midnight airdrop and what they're going to be valued at, and how much per token, how much value is each Cardano holder going to get, etc. Nobody knows for sure, but something tells me it's going to be pretty wild. And I am definitely, I'm torn. I'm really torn. I might sell a little bit just to pay bills. And then maintain the rest and just build up my dust reserves, and then see what kind of opportunities arise after all that. But anyway, looking at Bitcoin, this is Bitcoin on a 15-minute candle, 15-minute chart. And this was another trigger, another Flux Charts trigger. And this is showing our first take profit hit. Not only did this first take profit hit, but this has been acting as support now for almost an hour until we finally got a reversal back to the upside. These are going to hit. I firmly believe these are going to hit. Now, last night I saw this forming here, and I thought that this was going to be the M, right? And this is all part of the market maker method that Annie teaches in her course. And I'm like 18 or 19 videos into her course, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm not an affiliate for it either. I just love it. And I've been talking to people in her community on Discord that joined her course because they were watching me either interview her or I'm talking about it, and they're loving it. I don't know if there's a course on the internet that I would recommend to anybody outside of Trade Travel Chill's course. She's just phenomenal. So, I made money with this, okay, last night, and I should have made about $100, but I wasn't trading at high leverage and I wasn't using a lot of money because I've been just practicing, right? I'm logging all of this at cryptocrow.io, sharing my thoughts, why I do what, etc. And I originally found this M. I thought this was the M. And it wasn't, because in an M, the right side of the M is supposed to be lower than the left, which basically is an indication that there is going to be a downturn and a 3-level drop to the downside. Well, I was expecting this and I was trading it. I shorted it. And as you can see, it was going my way. And then I think maybe around here, well, that was 2:30 in the morning. No, I think I got out somewhere around here, around 12:30. I was waiting for my wife to get home from her competition, which she got 3rd place in finals, by the way. She rocked that shit. Love it. I shared a video on X, and it's probably at 30,000 views by now. But anyway, this is what I was looking for. And then it was brought to my attention, like, hey, you've got the final damage M. That it's like not it. It's not what you think it is. But I am new. And so, but I did make money from that. And now we confirmed on a 15-minute candle that this is in fact the M formation we've been waiting for, which means we're expecting 3 levels of drop from here. Okay. So we had 1 level. We're probably coming up a little bit. Then we're going to go down for the 2nd level. The 2nd level may just clear out this 2nd trigger point or this take profit point from the flux indicator, or it may take both of these out. We'll come up again a little bit and then work our way down. The question is in what time frame is this all going to play out? But it's very, very likely. On top of that, we have like levels of liquidity sitting, like really bright levels of liquidity sitting around this 3rd trigger take profit point with the flux indicator. So there's so many different forms of confluence associated with this price action here. It is very likely we're going to come down before we start getting going up towards a new all-time high. And I got into a trade this morning. I think this is 15 minutes. What time is it? About 11. I was up at 8 a.m. And let's see, where was 8 a.m.? Because I got into a trade almost immediately at 8 a.m. and I posted it. So it was right before this triggered even. So it was probably this candle here, 8 a.m. I entered a short. I rode that sucker down. I was at like 20x, 25x leverage, used my full book, and I made a nice little chunk of change this morning. And I was very, very happy. So yeah, this has been going really, really well. I'm learning so much. I've been listening to audio books, and I've been watching her course and taking all these notes. So, but that's also not to say that we're not going to recover. I think once we get, and we also have to remember there's a CME futures gap. I think it was at like 107,300, something to that effect. Another reason why, this just adds confluence. Not only that, but the sell side liquidity that's established here, this is also part of Flux. I'm telling you, this Flux indicator suite is sharp, man, and I'm learning how to use it for added levels of confluence with everything that I'm doing with the market maker method. So both of them are complementing each other quite well, and I'm actually very excited about it. And you can see, I just posted that. Let's see here. I entered a short at 108,429. So I posted that this morning, and you can kind of see that was basically where I was, and it worked. I mean, it worked, and I did this because somebody asked me last night, "Hey, are you ever going to post your trades as you're making them?" And I said, "Well, no, not for a while." Because I don't want people following me down a deep ravine if I'm wrong. And but this one I was so sure about, I was so confident in, I went ahead and I posted it as I made the trade, and sure enough, man, it was up. I mean, and I ended up closing about a $300 profit on that in about 45 minutes. So and we've still got room. I mean, we still have, I mean, I closed this trade somewhere around here because it kept bouncing off of this 800 EMA. And it would work its way up, come back down and touch it. It touched it like 4 or 5 times. And finally, I just said, okay, this is going to be a while. This could go into Wednesday. We'll see. I mean, typically Wednesday's a big reversal day. Could end up being in Thursday. We'll see. But by Wednesday, Thursday, I anticipate us basically making the rest of our way down, filling that CME futures gap, and then working our way hopefully up to new all-time highs. So that's what I think is going on in terms of TA. Thank you, Flux Charts, really for helping me with everything. I mean, not only are they a sponsor that are basically getting me live right now. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be doing live content right now. I'd be working on other things. But yeah, there we go. Make sure you show your support to Flux Charts. If you support what I do, support Flux Charts, and make sure you join CryptoCrow.io for stuff you're not going to see anywhere else. Can Cardano's price break out of a wedge pattern and rally to $1.41 soon? We shall see. Cardano's price is forming a broadening wedge pattern with support confirmed near 58 cents and potential targets up to $1.41. Analysts identifies 90 cents, $1.12, and $1.41 as key resistance levels if ADA holds its current bounce zone. ADA's weekly chart shows repeated support tests, suggesting a possible breakout of bulls defend the current level. Let's hope they do. Let's just hope they do, because I think it's time. It's time for us to start working our way up. I do believe that Bitcoin, once it fills this gap, is likely going to start working its way up as well. Cardano rockets 99% in volume as bulls clear rebound roadblock for new breakout. All signs are pointing to a big upward spike here in Cardano. Cardano is starting the week on a bullish trend as capital inflows are defying the latent price growth on the daily chart. According to data from CoinMarketCap, Cardano's volume has skyrocketed more than 99% in the last 24 hours. This metric, a sign of massive retail and institutional adoption, has pushed the volume to over $500 million in monetary terms. It's growing, man. It's growing. Things are definitely moving right along. And the new Trump White House is to publish Bitcoin and crypto policy report on July 22nd. It may include recommendations on funding a strategic Bitcoin reserve. There's so much stuff that's going to be happening between now and September. I mean, this is just going to get nuttier and nuttier and nuttier, man. And I'm here for it. We need some relief, man, especially in the altcoin market. We really need some relief. We need some really bullish momentum that's not just all about Bitcoin all the time. Crypto Valley Journal is talking about the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has approved the conversion of the Grayscale Large Cap Fund, which tracks Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Cardano, into an ETF. However, the regulator added a note stating that it is not yet authorized trading of the product. We kind of covered this a little bit last week. Things are gearing up. I mean, things are definitely gearing up. Bitcoin bulls may have found an ally in President Trump's move to delay controversial trade tariffs. To end this, cryptocurrency analyst Ted Pillows has noted that Bitcoin's recent price action is tracking a Wyckoff accumulation pattern. You know how I love a Wyckoff. And Trump's tariffs delay could catalyze Bitcoin to surge forward to $120,000 in the coming weeks. I think after we fill this gap and we drop a little bit, yeah. In a July 7th X post, Pillows noted that Bitcoin's Bitcoin M2 ratio is nearing the end of its accumulation phase, Notably, M2 is a broad measure of the money supply. As it expands, liquidity increases, providing investors more capital to deploy into assets like Bitcoin. These Wyckoff accumulation patterns and distribution patterns, they play out, man. This is Wall Street at its finest, moving the market. So yeah, this is definitely going to be happening. And yeah, that's what I got for right now. That's what I have in the crypto news. Let's take a look at chart and see who's trolling me in chat today. I bet you there's a bot or two in there. Let's see what's going on. It's only a 15-minute video. Maybe this will be cut to 20 minutes and then everybody will watch it. What's up, Wendell LTC? I've lost hope in ADA. Sad times. That's silly, man. We do this every market cycle. We literally do this every market cycle. The only difference is that Bitcoin is running before everything else. Audio is good on this end. Yeah, Dave, thanks. That's because I'm back and to do content, I'm going to have to do it this way. My video looks really weird and dark. I don't know why, but I don't know. It's fine for now. As long as the audio is good, that's what's most important. Joe B, what's going on? Justin Woodworth, J-Dog first? No, Dave is actually first from what I'm seeing anyway. It's a Crow day. Let's go, Crow. What's going on? Let's go. Back to professional lab and audio sounds great. Yeah, I've been trying to do everything I can, man, to make the other room sound good. And it's like the equipment is just not, I mean, the equipment up here is just better. I mean, in general, everything else I was using down there, I mean, some of it was expensive, but it's not very good. Give us some good news. Hopefully you got some. It's a lot of good news. And there's so much more coming, man. Midnight, I mean, Midnight should be dropping this month. And yeah, I'm excited about that. Everybody's talking about who's going to be dumping and who's not, but I'm like, we don't even know who is going to even, like, where you're even going to be able to sell any of it. So it doesn't really matter yet. I might sell a little bit just to pay some bills and buy me some more time through this market, but definitely holding on to the vast majority, man, because the night tokens are going to be sick. And you know, if I do sell some and the prices do dump, I'm just going to probably accumulate more. I mean, and that's it. So we'll see. Let me guess. Crow is begging for money again. Andre Davenport. Yeah, dude, I don't beg for shit. I work for it. And I've been here since 2017, grinding it out in bear markets for nothing. So, you know, you're just a freeloader. I mean, honestly, I'm sure you run around the YouTube trolling, getting alpha, getting knowledge, getting what you can. And you probably don't support anybody with anything, probably not even your own kids. So I wouldn't run your mouth too much there. What's up? I've lost hope in ADA. Sad times. That's silly. Now it's September. What happened to May? Where were you? Because May saw new all-time highs. May was a hell of a good month. So, you know, was it the all-time high for Cardano? No, it wasn't. But, you know, nothing was. But it was still a very, very bullish month. So I'm always right sometimes. Gay for Crow. LOL, Cardano marinates. Yeah, I mean, I love you too, no name. You know, if you had a name, I'd be able to say love you too, name, but you have no name. So I don't know. Is this a Game of Thrones thing? Or are you you're the man with no name? We will be running a midnight node for those interested. Yeah, that's Dave. He basically manages my nodes. He manages the Cardano, my Crow node. Well, both my Crow nodes, the Crow node for Apex, and then my Crow node for Cardano. And, we will be running the midnight node as well. So just know that that's coming. How much night will be assigned per ADA amount? I've been seeing it all over the place. I've been seeing from 0.25 night per ADA all the way up to like 0.82 night per ADA. So nobody really knows, and everybody's speculating on the calculations, but you know, we'll find out when we get it. I know that there's, I think it was 24 billion night being distributed, and half of those are going to ADA holders right off the bat. So I mean, it's going to be a really good, a very, very good, lucrative airdrop for everybody. And you know, I posted this big thing, man, on X. X is really it's like I can't help but go to it to read, because I feel like it's the only place where you get like real real opinions, and not just like bot or, you know, just liberal trash that's like, you know, they're just making up shit for headlines to pay the bills. I feel like that's the majority of like liberal news anymore. It's just all this fear mongering garbage and just constant lies. And it's just like, you know, it's like I go to X, but man, am I sick of all the bots on X. It's just unbearable sometimes. I make one post and the first like 8 comments are like bots promoting some fake trader with a different username over and over again. It's pretty disgusting. Crow, have you seen the Strike project on Cardano? I have seen it, sort of. I've seen it referenced. I haven't gone to it. I don't have any of the tokens, but everything that I've been seeing about it actually looks quite promising. So it's just one of those things where I'm going to have to look into it a little bit more, but I've been so focused on learning to trade. You know, it's like, listen, I used to trade all the time, but I was always trading on gut. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I think this is going to happen. Oh, I think that's going to happen. But now I'm actually getting educated. I'm actually getting educated and I'm making educated trades. And it's just such a different experience, man. It's a different experience when you can look at the chart and say, oh, this XYZ happened, so this is very likely going to play out next. And then you make that trade and then it happens and you make money. Mind-blowing concept, I know, but I haven't done that. And I'm now, because of Annie's course, I'm actually doing that. And it's like, it's blowing my mind, like absolutely blowing my mind. It's weird to get a little emotional about it, but it's just like, it's something that, I mean, it's a skill that like once you have it, and the more you learn, I believe that like being a day trader or even a swing trader, it's basically a lifelong learning process. Like you're never done learning. I'm never going to be done learning. But to really start sinking your teeth into a trade system that works, that makes sense, that is approachable and follow you can, I mean, and it's recurring. It's just one of those things. Like as soon as I've finished Annie's course the first time, I'm going to go back and I'm going to start it all over again. And I'm going to watch the entire thing as many times over as I have to become as efficient and fluent in it as Annie. I mean, quite frankly, is my goal. I want to be able to look at a chart and just zing, 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 get a really good grasp as to what's coming. And so, Crow, have you not tried Crypto Faces Market Cipher? Yeah, I like Market Cipher. I use elements of Market Cipher as well in a lot of my stuff. I use like when like I have an indicator suite that comes with Annie's course that I use, and then I use my Flux Charts, which gives me a totally different information, and it offers me confluence. And then I use the Market Cipher B. I use Market Cipher B on some of my like a 4-hour or daily charts, because a lot of the stuff in B really matters and it helps line things up for my smaller time frames. And then I use like 2 elements of Market Cipher A, which is the blood diamond and then the red X's for manipulation, and typically those hit. If a blood diamond hits, it's moving. Like that's like a thing. If there's any valuable thing about Market Cipher for someone like me at all, it's those blood diamonds, because those matter. But for me, I use a bunch of different stuff. I use the VWAP. I use oh my gosh, what else? I use MACD. I use MACD on a 15-minute candle. So I use a lot of different things, but my goal in like with Flux Charts is helping me learn like entry points for different things. And it's also helping me learn where to put my stop losses, where I should be looking for take profits. And I'll tell you, this is the one thing that Flux Charts been helping me with lately, because it's been a real problem, is when I enter a trade, I'm at profit, I'm trailing my stop little by little, but seeing these take profit points, and basically like it's like it like builds my confidence that like I should stay in the trade just because I'm at profit. Okay, I'm up $100. The take profit's still all the way down here. I need to stay in the trade, and then I'll trail my stop very gently as I work my way down. And man, when that first take profit hits on that Flux trigger, I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. And typically what happens is the price will hit that first trigger and then start a recovery. It'll bounce a bit and come back down, work its way to the second trigger, bounce a bit, come back down until that third trigger is hit. And then generally it's away we go. And now it's a bullish momentum trend. Like, it's crazy how this stuff works. But to better understand what's happening on larger time frames helps me effectively trade on smaller time frames. And I've really grown to love my 15-minute candles. Like, a lot of what I do, at least when I'm trading actively, are on 15-minute candles. I don't even really bother looking at 5-minute or 1 minute anymore. I'm probably going to take them out of my system. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. I love it. I really do. So that's it, man. We're at 25 minutes. I don't want this video to be too much longer. I wanted to just be a lot of lessons, some good news, and some good vibes for a Monday. So hopefully you got that. And I will be in cryptocrow.io answering any of the questions that come about today and this morning. And I'm very sure that once people wake up and they see everything I posted in the wee hours of the morning, they're going to have questions. And they're going to be like, oh, I was asleep, I missed it. And I'm like, well, you know, it is what it is. But until next time, thank you for joining.